The Warriors are heating up as they have won 8 out of the last 11 games, and yesterday they picked up another road win as Draymond Green led the way with a season-high 19 points and a solid 11 assists as well. Golden State finally beat an above 500 team on the road, and I want to break down Draymond's performance in this blowout, so let's get to it. On the very first play, we can see a poor display of Minnesota's defensive schemes. Wiggins comes for an on-ball screen, and both Ant Edwards and Towns miscommunicate and go double Draymond on ball for some reason. We know Looney is technically a non-shooter, and the T-Wolves want to have Gobert stick as close to the rim as possible in a drop position. Since no one covers Wiggins on the back door, Green lobs one up for a crazy elevated alley-oop over the shot blocker. This was an unfortunate play where Gobert falls down for some reason. Every time Looney gets the ball up top with no defender on him, the go-to play is the handoff screen for Steph Curry. Rivers gets stuck on this screen and Gobert should be here to rotate, but since he's down on the floor, Karl-Anthony Towns makes the correct rotation here. Curry attracts the defender out and an easy bounce pass to Dre for a dunk. Draymond gets a lot of assists off these post-split actions that we've all seen before. The Splash Brothers decide where to come off these screens, but Curry sees Russell ball watching and immediately back cuts. Gobert is in good position but does not get a hand up in time for a Curry floater. Steph and Dre have such good chemistry on these pick and rolls as well. Draymond comes for the screen and the Timberwolves decide to double Steph on these on-ball screens. A simple dump-off pass to the roll man as the lower weak side man and Kyle Anderson makes the rotation. This is usually a lob, but I'll take a reverse layup from Jermichael Green. Green was having a field day out there in the first quarter, and here's a fake handoff that he does very often as he catches Towns' ball watching for a half-second bolts to the rim. Kyle Anderson again makes the correct rotation as the weak side low man, and this time is a dump-off pass for a dunk. Another split action when Draymond on the post, and this time it's with Kuminga. Knowing he is much more of a slasher, the sophomore immediately backcuts while Edwards is more focused on Steph coming off a potential screen. On the weak side low man, you can see D'Angelo Russell is unable to rotate due to the threat of Klay Thompson on the weak side corner, and Kuminga gets an and one layup. With Draymond Green, he's either immediately passing or posting up and looking for off-ball actions. Here we have Looney setting a pick and Russell makes the mistake of getting stuck too low for a half second before realizing that Klay's a shooter and he has to go over the screen. One dribble pull-up for Klay is pretty much an open jump shot as he continues his hot streak that he started a few games ago. On a triple post split action, the T-Wolves correctly switch these off-ball screens as Towns prevents an open layup by Wiggins. In a broken play, he kicks it out to an intentionally open Draymond since Minnesota knows he's a non-shooter. And the brilliant thing that Green does on these actions since he is left open is to immediately reverse the ball to either Curry or Klay, who would come off his screen with no help. Draymond hands it off to Steph in this situation and immediately screens, catching Austin Rivers who gets stuck and it's a Steph three-point bomb. While Golden State pretty much had a double-digit lead the whole game, but with the second half of the fourth quarter to go, Steve Kerr put back the starters to try to put the game away. The go-to play late in the game is to always have the Steph Curry high pick and roll, and here Draymond comes to the pick and knowing that the Timberwolves are going to double Steph, he continues to feast off these actions with no one really guarding him. Gobert is playing the lob or dump off pass to Looney, so Dre just gets a floater with no contest. Well, this was a pretty easy win, but in the early season it was significant enough considering the Warriors' road struggles. This was their first road win against an above 500 team and only their second road win of the season, as Golden State continues to improve their rotations and rhythm. Draymond Green had arguably his best all-around game of the year, taking advantage of open passes and finding the right man for 11 assists alongside 19 points, and also outplaying another defensive player of the year in Rudy Gobert. Now on to Dallas and the MVP favorite in Luka Doncic, and like and subscribe to see more.